What's up, YouTube?
What's going on, guys?
We are here in the rat hole once again. We got a very special guest today. We got
Andrew Gomez.
of the original Pomade
Yes,
CO.
sir.
You want to introduce yourself, bro?
Yeah, well, my name is Andrew. I'm starting off my own product. It's called Original Pomade. I own a barbershop in Torrance, Old Town Torrance, California. We've been there 7 years this year, actually in September. So,
Oh, sick.
yeah, so it's kind of cool to roll out my own product. Honestly, this is our first day bringing the mat. I was like, I got to bring it to the rat hole today. I was
appreciate it.
Gotta get it. So I was driving around like crazy just to get this. So we have a matte finish, and a shine. So right now, currently just 2 products, but it's gonna get there. We're gonna get some gels going, aftershaves, little by little. I'm a one man band, so little by little we'll get there.
All right, so let's take it back to the beginning. Drew, just graduating, getting into the trade.
Yeah.
Let's call it the trade. So where'd you start off at, bro? Because you didn't just go from opening up your own shop and stuff. So what was the progression to getting to here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I grew up right here, Wilmington, Carson, South Bay area. I grew up all around here. I bounced around when I was younger. Honestly, I got into some shit, and I had to move to Orange County for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the way to having my first daughter. I was only like 19, 20 years old. I was working warehouses. I was working at Home Depot, just anything to support, like my up and coming family. And honestly, I moved down the street from a barber school in Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you know what? I need to go to school for something. So I was like, I'm gonna be a barber.
Did you have any nothing at all, bro?
Honestly, the week before I signed up for barber school, I went to Walmart and I bought me some wall clippers, and I was in my mirror like buzzing my shit, and then I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. But I was like, you know what? I'm tired of like slaving. I was like, I need to find something that I could do to make money, and I'm just that type. If I need $5 at the end of the month, I'm gonna come back with 20. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. I had a really good instructor there. His name was Frank, and he took me under his wing, and I just seen it as a hustle. Honestly, I fell in love with cutting hair. I seen the money coming in, and I was like, man, I think I could honestly do something with this. So that's kind of how my barbering career started off.
But damn, you didn't fucking like. Usually you hear like, oh yeah, like I started off cutting in the garage and shit. So you didn't know shit about barbering.
I was working at a warehouse and Home Depot, and literally I signed up at a barber school, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna try it. And then that's when I bought clippers at Walmart a week before. And then I was like, you know what?
Let me try this out real quick.
Yeah. And I lived in an apartment in Anaheim. It was a small little bathroom. And I'm sweating because the lights bulbs are all right in my face. I'm sweating. I'm like, does this look good? Does it look like I could start a career with this? And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I'm going to jack up a lot of people. So that's basically how it started, Like, it's crazy. I mean, I think it's just the mentality of like, I'm about to have a daughter. I need to figure something out. Like, on the scramble, like I was like, I can't live the life that I grew up. You know what I mean? I want something better for myself. So honestly, that's really how it started.
Damn. So just fucking.
So apply myself.
Hey man, you got to, bro.
You
Fucking A. I don't think I've ever fucking, like, cause a lot of we were having a conversation about this shit the other day, like about taking the traditional route in your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like, for me anyways, I just kind of seen it like in the trade that I'm in. I see my dad was able to provide, for a family. So I was like, well, fuck, if he could provide for family, then I might be able to just, I'll be all right if I'm, by myself and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's the route that I went. But that's crazy that you were just like, fuck it. You get haircuts all the time. I don't know if that's how you seen the.
Kind of honestly, like one of my barbers when I lived out here, he was like, "You should be a barber," and he always told me that, but because he was busy, and I was like, I think he just needs a worker. And I was like, and I was kind of getting cuts often when I was younger, so I was like, man, this dude just wants me to work here, and I was like, nah, I'm good. But I mean, like I'm born and raised over here. Like I didn't really grow up with anything. I didn't grow up with much. Like so, it was just like the type like, man, I need to. In middle school, I sold cell phones. I did ringtones. You know what I mean? Like you had Laffy Taffy. I put Laffy Taffy on your phone in middle school. Like I was like everyone was
Hustler
chirping.
from
You
day
know what
one.
I mean? Yeah. High school, I was selling cars off of Craigslist. Like like I was just like that type of person. Like. I was raised kind of back and forth with my grandparents and stuff. Like, I love my grandparents, man. Without them, I don't know where I would be. You know what I mean? So, grandma, grandpa, both sides, I love you guys. But I was just that type, and obviously, like having a kid at 20 just changed my life. I was like, I wouldn't want that for my daughter, or I have a son now, like I wouldn't want that for them. So it was just like someone got to break the curse, someone got to break the cycle. So that's really how it just started, like with me cutting hair. Honestly, I just seen the kind of. I seen the money, but I really fell in love with cutting hair, and I felt like, all right, this could take me places, like if I do it the right way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like so. And like I said, my barbershop's 7 years this year, and I opened up at 23 years old, and I didn't even know what I was doing when I opened up. I had no one to turn to. I just went to the city like, hey, I'm gonna open a barbershop, and they kind of laughed at me like, what? Do you have all this? And I'm like, no, I need all that. And I was oh, I thought I could just rent it. Yeah. And like, shit, I'll start it right now. What's up? I'll cut hair right now. But they're like, no, pump the brakes. Like, that's not how it works.
So, okay, so you go through barber school, you graduate. What was your first shop that you worked
I worked at a little shop in, like, Whittier for a little bit, and then I kind of went to, like, West Hollywood area. I was on Fairfax and 3rd for a while. The farmer's market, they had, like, a barber shop in there. Okay. Yeah, it was super dope. Like, a lot of celebrities in there. Cut up a lot of celebrities. I learned a lot from the owner, and I ended up moving back down this way, though, from Orange County, and it was just a lot of drive. It was like, dude, it took me like 2 hours to get over there, 2 hours back because of the traffic, and I worked at the barber school that I graduated from for a little bit. Actually, they called me back to be an instructor, and it was crazy. It was like right after I kind of graduated, so I was like, all right, I'm still learning myself, but I was like, you want to teach me? Like, you want to pay me to teach? Like, yeah, I'll do it. It actually made me a better barber, honestly, because I was trying to show people, like, all right, this is what you do, and I was fixing haircuts, but I was still learning at the same time, so it bettered myself real quick.
Yeah.
And then I think within like 2 years, honestly, that I graduated, that's when I opened my own shop. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to go all in.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it happened.
So then your first shop is right the
this is my
one,
first
right?
and only, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So you're out of Old Town Torrance, right?
Yeah, I'm right across the street for everyone knows Torrance area, Old Town Torrance, right across the street from the Crest. Everyone knows the Crest right there.
Knows the Crest.
Yeah.
I just moved over here and I learned about the Crest.
Yeah, everyone probably has a wild night at the Crest.
Many, if you're on staff at what's the name of the barbershop?
Original Barber Lounge.
Original Barber Lounge.
Yeah,
okay.
Original Barber Lounge, Torrance, California.
We'll throw that in there.
Yeah.
We'll put the address in there at the bottom.
Yeah.
So go back to teach at your barber school, and then you go into opening up your own shop.
Right.
How tough was that?
It was super tough. I mean, like I said, I don't have no handouts, or I was just kind of doing it on my own. Honestly, I was going around the area just to see like what the prices for rent was.
Yeah.
And I seen my spot right, and I was like, man, this was like, it just clicked. I was like, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
So I went, and they told me the price, and I was like, they're like, you want to apply? And I was like, sure. And then they applied, and they called me back like 2 hours later, like, you're approved. And I was like, damn, I think I'm opening a barbershop. But I mean, like, I didn't have, like, I was trying to save, but I had a family, I had my kids. Like, I was already doing things like, I wasn't gonna get no handouts for it. So I was like, you know what, let's do it. Mm-hmm. When I first opened it, the walls were white, just barber chairs. Like, I had one barber, Jacob, but like, he's been like my ride or die, and he's been there since I opened, you know what I mean? So it was really tough in the beginning. Like, when I opened up, honestly, I couldn't pay my bills. I wasn't able to pay. Like, I took out Home Depot credit cards. I wasn't able to pay. I had a Honda Civic that I couldn't even make the payments on. I had to like give it away for someone to take over the payments, and I bought like a 91 Maximum hoopty off my grandma's neighbor for $400.
Damn.
And that was my car. And I was like, one day I was sitting there and I was like, damn, I think I messed up. Like, like I was doing good for myself. And now I got a hoopty. Like it could have been on Pin My Ride. You know what I mean? Like I was like, damn, I shouldn't have not opened this.
Fuck.
And in that area, Old Town Torrance, it wasn't like youthful at that time. 7 years ago, there wasn't really anyone going to Old Town Torrance unless you wanted to go to the pawn shop or something. You know what I mean? Like,
unless you're trying to go to the World War II store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
and we know the demographic.
Unless you're antique shopping, like, all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of getting doubted too. So, but I just told myself, I was like, no, I'm gonna make it. Like, we're gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make it. So it was a rough patch, honestly, for almost 2 years. I worked there 7 days. I was just there every day, all day. I was passing out flyers at Torrance High. I was walking around the area, and at the same time, I had my barber with me, Jacob, and So when I was getting people, I had to give them to him because I was like, well, he needs to make money too. So it was kind of an extra struggle for me because I wasn't even making money really. And then I would go home, and honestly, I gained like so much weight because I was just eating stressed out. Like I would go home and be like, whatever I could find to eat, because I was like, damn, I think I messed up. I don't think I should have done this. So it was a little rough in the beginning, but I mean,
when did you start? So, like, from a business standpoint of looking at owning your own shop, being an owner-operator, how did it work out as far as, like, when did the money start? When did you start seeing a profit, bro?
Honestly, you said, almost 2 years because my shop, it's not how it looks now. You know what I mean? So any extra money that I made, I put into the shop because I knew, like, if I was to get it to how I wanted to look and get it like going, like, you know, like it's gonna attract. I feel like
appealing, flashiness, whatever.
I feel like quality is always gonna prevail. Like, and that's exactly what I do with my product right now. I got quality product, and even if it takes time, I know it's gonna get there because it's quality and I, you know, like people like the brand, they like how it looks. It works really well. Like, so I know it's not going to blow up tomorrow, like, you know, but I knew at the same time I still got the recipe from my barbershop that I put my time and effort into it, and over time it got there, you know what I mean? So that's just kind of the route that I'm going, like, especially for my product, like, you know, and that's just kind of how I'm, like, my blueprint of how I'm going, you know what I mean? Like, that's just my blueprint of my life. Like, like, you know what? Like, I'm going to just do it. And it's crazy because a lot of people don't really know that about me, you know what I mean? Like, everyone just, oh, he's happy, he this and that. And I'm like, well, that's not how it started, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of us, how we grew up, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what I really try to attract people like us. Like, you know, like, we all can make it. We all can do it.
Yeah, of course. It's whatever you put into it. Right. It's what you get out of it, you know. A lot of times nowadays, people want a lot of things handed to them, you know.
Right.
Or they, like, you know, they don't want to switch jobs because, they pay $1 less over here. But you don't see the potential that you can be if you just, you know, take a pay cut for a bit and grow from there. Right. A lot of people don't like doing that shit.
Oh, for sure. Know? They want it now.
Yeah.
Social media. They want to be the millionaire now. You know what I mean? Like,
and sometimes it works that. Sometimes it works that way. Sometimes it does.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
But
that's why we're here, right?
Yeah, you know. But 80% of the time, you know, you're gonna have to take 2 steps back to make 1 step forward. You know, sometimes it's just how it is. You know.
I know when I started going there, that was because Saley. That's how I met you, my barber. And then she stopped cutting hair, and then she started cutting hair. You know the Saley story. Right. But I feel like, because, like, even before then, dude, it was crazy. Like, people look at us in the trade and, like, oh, damn, you guys work at Kaiser. Like, oh, you guys may do pretty well. Like, yeah, but they didn't see the whole fucking, like, when I, like, him and me. It's funny because he even started working at Marriott. Marriott pays shit, and the work is fucking stupid. Like, I would not wish anybody to start off at Marriott because it's like, it's ridiculous, bro. Some of the stuff that you see and
they throw you in the wolves, it's like,
man. Fuck, dude.
I was seeing everything from fucking naked dudes in their rooms to
for real.
Fucking, yeah, man, it's insane. Fucking dildos falling off from the fucking roofs and shit.
Damn, so it was a party.
Yeah. and even not even that.
Even though you didn't work there, it was a party.
Even the shit that like the shit you have to worry about is like bed bugs.
Bed bugs. That's a big one, dude.
Bed bugs is the thing. It's like,
crazy.
and they call me. It's like, well, fuck. I'm not a fucking exterminator. I'm a maintenance man. Number one, you know what I mean? It's like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? Because then, number one, like, I'm over here overthinking in my head because I watch a lot of fucking Discovery Channel, right? So I'm Billy the Exterminator, all this shit like that, right? I'm thinking like, fuck, dude, I'm gonna take this shit home. Mom, living in with my mom's. My mom's gonna be pissed. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're gonna walk in itchy. She's gonna be like, no, go back outside.
Yeah. And now getting to the point where we're at now is like, you know, you go through that. Takes years to get through that. Get your experience up. Get your licensing. Get your opportunities up. To get to the point where you're like, all right, now some shit like that pops off at the hospital. Hey, I ain't a fucking maintenance man. You know what I mean? I ain't a fucking exterminator.
Right.
You don't have to call
I feel like too,
else.
like when you go through like a little rougher route, like you really like you want to do good. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew what it take to get to where you're at. Instead of no disrespect to anyone. If you got to hand it to you, good. That's shit. I would have loved that. Yeah, like, I would have took that any day. But the people that are really working for it, they understand like. I worked at Mulligan's at 15, 16, and we had to do the mini track, and the little kids are evil, you know? Like, they're mean. Like, they're running. You're telling them to stop, and they're running you over. You know what I mean? Like, I did that, like, and I understand, and I'm like, I was like, damn, Mulligan's was rough. They tore it down, and I was like, thank God. Nah, I'm just saying. Like, thank God they got rid of that mini track, because those kids will run you over. Yeah. So it's kind of like you appreciate really like.
And you value what you have and what you built.
You're just happy of what you had to get you to where you're at. You know what I mean? Like.
So it's a humbling experience, and at the time you're not thinking of it that way. You're thinking like, "Fuck, this is gonna be it right here. This is where I'm fucking at." Like, damn. And then you know, because too at the same time too, it's like, I hate to say it, but like you start comparing yourself to like your peers that you went to school with. You're like, "Fuck, dude, they're going to school. Like maybe I fucked up, and maybe I should have just went to school. Maybe I should have took that route." Like I'm over here, I'm making like minimum wage and shit. I'm like, "Fuck, dude." But then, like, you know what? Like you say, you trust the process. You're like, all right, I'm going to fuck. This is not forever. You start thinking, like, all right, I'm just going to do what I got to do. Start applying. Start looking into your other options. And it gets you going. I feel like it's a rougher route, but at the end of it, I feel like it's worth it.
Right, it is. It's worth it. It's mentally, honestly. You just
now fuck off with all your fucking psychology degrees, motherfuckers.
You know what's funny?
Chicano studies and shit. That's what she got.
You know what's funny? So I had a debate. I want to say argument. I was like, okay, you could go to school to tell like somebody, hey, I know what's wrong with you. But I mean, it's different when you grew up in it. So how can you can't read a book on tell me how to make me feel better.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
well, and then that's the shit. Like, if you watch some of those shits, it's like some of those things is like, all right, well, you're telling me I can't tell you how to feel better, but you gotta, they steer you in the right direction supposedly, but at the end of the day, it's like it's either gonna be you yourself getting yourself over it. You know what I mean? You're gonna make yourself better.
You know what? Pick yourself up and get back to it.
Get back to it.
But you know what? Too honestly, what somebody told me, it's not what you do; it's how far you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? So, right now we're talking about my product. We're talking about my barbershop and where I'm at in life. And I still feel like I'm nobody. I still feel like I'm still out here trying to earn my, earn my spot in life. And so, dude, I don't feel like I'm nobody. I'm still trying to out here get it. So it doesn't matter on what anybody does. It's what you do is how far you want to take it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could do carts, but are you the best cart? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying, like where can that take you? Yeah. Like just an example, not saying it's just whatever anyone does. So when people look at this, like, oh, you know what I'm explaining is this doesn't have to be barbershop. It doesn't have to be product. It's whatever anyone does. Like how far do you want to take it? Because there's different routes in whatever you do to hire yourself or better yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like I said, like you could relate your story to just like us. You know what I mean? Just to the fact of what we started doing to where we're at now. You know what I mean? Because like you said, the cutting, American standard, I guess you would say, would be the college, get your degree, find a job after that. Right. Now, not knocking that at all, but just know that if you don't go that route, it's not going to be an easy, like, okay, I'm just going to go and do this, and get to that point. Like, you have to have your plan, but it ain't going to be easy.
Right. Yeah, like cookie cutter, like, it's not going to be like, oh, this is how you're going to go. Because, like you say, you go to college, you do your 4 years. If you want to go back, do your 6 years. If you want to go back, do your 8 years. And then after that, you're going to have a job. Usually that's how it kind of works, right? But, like, with us, it's like, well, you get out of high school. Okay, now it's like, go do this job. Oh, now they fired you. Okay, now go do this other job. Oh, that shit didn't work out. Oh, go do this. Oh, I didn't like this. I didn't like that. So there's never.
And and after high school, like that's when life hits you. You're like, what am I really gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah. And sometimes even with my product, it's I have my family. Like I have a lot going on, and sometimes when I wake up with this product and I'm like, do I really want to keep investing? Do I really want to keep trying? So not just knowing because my shop is doing good to think that I could do it again. I still wake up sometimes like, do I really want to do this? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure with you too, it's like
it's hard. It's rough. Some days I'm like, oh man.
It could be a lot like this. Like when I DM people to see if they want to come on the show. I'm sure that's a lot like you going to barber shops and saying, hey, do you want to carry this product in your shop? You know what I mean? But for every one that you don't do, it may be that one that, we've been looking for a product to put on our shelf. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like that's the way it is too. A lot with whatever you're gonna do, you better be ready to grind to get to the level that you want it to get to. Yeah, whatever you put into it is what you're gonna get. And take
rejections and take criticism. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Some people it's not gonna like it. Right. But then you can learn off of that. Well, maybe it's not for them, or maybe it's like, I could change this.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like, that was kind of like my first like little hurdle that I do, because I gave samples, right?
Yeah.
And let's just say 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5 were like, oh, this is cool. And then that one person, then I kind of took it like personal, like, why didn't he like it? You know what I mean? But
that's
just,
normal.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
just
normal.
the thing,
yeah.
though. Like,
yeah.
you're not going to cater to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so when I was first, I was like, really stuck on why didn't that one person like it? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I think he's a hater. I was like, there's one reason why he don't like it. He's a hater.
He's a fucking hater.
So then it made me feel better, and I got up in the morning. I was like, you know what?
Let's
Always that one person. It's because it's a hater.
It's like, you know, when the whole toothpaste thing's like, oh, like 9 out of 10 dentists fucking recommend it.
Yeah.
Why is it always that one dentist?
I can't say 10 out of 10.
So I came to my conclusion is because they're a hater.
They're a hater.
Nah. So getting back to your product, we'll fucking get into the product now. So open your shop, barber school, whole nine. You're getting to where you're at now. You got you're thinking, and I remember, because at your shop, that was one of the few shops that you can go to when I remember cutting my hair, when pomade started to come more available. You guys didn't just carry Suavecito. You guys were carrying every little manufacturer under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you guys were, I kind of figured, because you were selling a lot of fucking pomade. Because you could go and the fucking shelf would be full and then it would be empty. Right. So is that kind of where you got the idea to start?
I like to carry a lot of brands. You know, I did every brand, like Suavecito, Uppercut, Shiner's Gold. You know, I tried every brand. I still to this day like these brands. You know, shout out to all these brands because they made it. So I just, to myself, I was like, man, I since I used all these, I could formulate my own and maybe pick apart little things that I like from different brands and make my own. You know what I mean? So that's what I really did. So it wasn't the fact that I'm trying to step on toes on anyone. It was just like, I didn't really want another barbershop, but I still wanted to invest into a product, and I felt I could make something myself that I like from a little bit of things that I've tried and make my own. So that's and you know, like, we sell a lot of product, and obviously I want to earn an extra dollar. So I was like, you know what? I might as well invest in myself, invest in my own product, like take things that I like and make my own. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, just like Suavecito, like, they're known, right? Shout out to them. Like, that's really cool. Like, they're from Orange County. They got Santa Ana behind. They got Orange County behind them. So what I thought to myself, I'm going to make original Pomade CO. And this is Harbor area. This is South Bay. This is, like, now everyone could come together and be like, look, we have our own product. You know what I mean? And all these barbershops, and it's not that I'm trying to promote my own shop. I got a really good product that clients like. So when you buy into my product, you're making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not buying into my shop. You're not buying into it. This is the South Bay's very own. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to push. And for any one of these shops, I'm like, look, this is really good stuff. Smells really good. Holds really good. Like, people are going to like it. So if you're a shop owner, it's like, I'm getting something that I'm making money off of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is quality. Yeah. And hopefully I get the name up there that when people have this in their shop, everyone's like, oh, that's cool. You carry that. You know what I mean? Like, eventually that's the goal, you know? Yeah, so what I'm really trying to push is this is our brand over here. You know what I mean? So for everyone to come together and be like, look, we got our own stuff. You know what I mean? Like, because that's how these brands start, Suavecito. Like,
of course, you have to have the locals backing you.
Right.
Because if you can't, get your local people to back you, then how are you expecting for someone from out of state to back you?
Right. And it's not like I'm just like, oh, here, I made this product. Can you guys back me up?
It's got to be good.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
Right.
Because the people will tell you, oh, no, this shit's trash. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck and that, exactly, like, it's a lot of investment that I'm doing. And I'm like I said, one-man band. So I'm not going to just be like, all right, I'm going to spend X amount and be like, here, do you guys promote it? Yeah. So I tested it. I use it in the shops. Like, it takes time for me to actually. That's why it took a lot of time for the mat to come out, because I go back and forth with the lab. Like, I try it on my clients. I give it to other barbers that have my other, like, brand, like pomade. So it takes months. You know what I'm saying? So then, because I'm not gonna invest in something that is like,
it's okay.
Like, it's okay.
This will be all right.
Let's just invest my money into this and hope it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. Like, because a lot of times people are like, do you carry this? Do you carry this? Like, obviously it's a startup. I don't have everything right now, but we're gonna get there. You know what I mean? So I'd rather just make one really good thing to to go back and forth and try to like mess with it.
Yeah,
or,
and then branch off.
Yeah,
from there, you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
You need to have the fucking foundation, and then from there you fucking just start building up, you know?
So Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's crazy though.
Unless you drink Red Bull.
Yeah, yeah, like the commercial and shit.
Yeah.
No, fuck,
Hey,
come
we're
on,
still
Red
waiting
Bull.
for our sponsorship. deal
Oh,
with Red Bull.
okay. Hey, shout out Red Bull. You
Shout
see?
out- shout out
Hey,
Red
he
Bull.
did not tell me to say that either. That was just like a freestyle. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
Off the top.
off the top.
Top these days.
Fucking. And then another big thing with you is I feel like you're able to tap into that avenue. You actually are in the car scene, car community too, right?
Right.
What do you drive
I
around?
have a
in?
65 Impala right now. I have a 68 Chevelle.
Oh,
I'm always
okay.
like kind of bartering my way up.
Oh,
like,
nice.
my Impalas right now are getting fixed actually not too far from here. My hydros were messing up. I was going too crazy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
man.
my car was leaning sideways. I was driving like this, but I was still happy. I was rolling.
Hey, this man risked it all for that original Pomade commercial that's on Instagram. So go check that out because the car's in that video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My car's in that video. And like I said, more content coming. And little by little, it's going to get there. I know it is. Like,
Yeah, hey man, like I said, I feel like a lot of people too, like you said, you'll tap into that community that'll back you when they see like, oh, this dude's from the Harbor area, from the South Bay area.
Right.
Yeah, let's fuck with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's how a lot of things start off and how a lot of things gain traction because people want to support people in their neighborhood.
Right,
I feel like
right,
that's the
right.
way it is, right?
Right.
I mean,
For the most part,
Jose
yeah.
can say that
Oh,
too.
it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
It should be, right?
Yeah, if you're
wanna see your own
outliers,
people-
you know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, fuck that fool, type of shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's normal, You got to have some
That's
people.
the 1% out of 4 out of 5.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, that's what happened.
So I got my van too. I got it wrapped and everything. I actually just put beer taps on it. So any car shows or anyone like in the car clubs, let me know, man. I pull up. I got the beer
okay.
taps. We'll put whatever you want in it.
Okay.
And I got my little whole setup, so it's actually cool. Like, so I just beer attracts everybody.
Yeah,
It
of course.
really does.
Sure
You
does.
get someone bald, they'll get a little buzz. I'm like, here, buy some pomade, slap this on your head. They'll be like, I love it. They're bald.
Shine, bro.
I'm here, drink some more beer. Yeah.
What is he selling?
Yeah, like, what is he selling? I don't know, but he has beer.
Fucking
So, man, so I'm always open. If you guys follow the Instagram Original Pomade Co. and whoever's watching, if it's that one person, hey, we having a car show with 3 cars, I'll be there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Like,
yeah.
I'll bring the beer. I got the beer on tap.
Hell yeah.
It's hilarious.
Fucking so what have you seen with stocking your own pomade? How has like as far as shops being willing to stock your product, how has that been?
It's
As far
actually
as-
been I've been doing promoting on Instagram, but right now I haven't even been asking shops. It's
Oh, really?
it's been word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost at like 20 shops right now, and it's through word of mouth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so and I just didn't really want to shove the pomade down everyone's throat.
Yeah.
And then I only had a shine, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now I got a matte, and I think that's what like where I said quality is always gonna come up, because people are just spreading the word to each other like, dude, this stuff's really good, and people are hitting me up like, hey, we want to carry it, just off of like word of mouth. So and like I said, the more products I go, obviously I'm gonna push it a little more, but right now all the shops that I've been getting has been word of mouth. Like, I haven't really been like DMing all these shops like, hey, you guys want to carry my product? Like, I haven't even been doing that, and it's just been working. Maybe some days I have deliveries, maybe some days I don't.
You
But
don't, yeah.
right now I'm just, creating a buzz right now, just getting that buzz, and then everyone's gonna see original everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, all over social media. So obviously it should attract people, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of shops I'm doing really good in like Riverside, Orange County, and right now I'm gonna try to start focusing on this area. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just a little rough because I named it Original, so I didn't want too many people to think I'm pushing my own barbershop. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But it's a badass name. Like, it's cool. Like, it tracks everyone. So it wasn't intended to push my. You know
to
what I'm
promote
saying?
like promote your
yeah,
shop.
Yeah.
But it's
So.
just,
But I'm like, so little by little, I know like it's getting there. I just got a couple people that hit me up. Like every so often, I get these shops, random people like, hey, what's up? I want to
Yeah.
carry it. Like,
I mean, that's cool,
Yeah, I
man.
might get some in Texas soon. Like, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
it's pretty cool. Like, once I start getting out of state, I mean, I'm not. We could focus just right here, but
Yeah.
there's 50 other states.
of course,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You
Why
can't
not,
just
man?
focus
Yeah.
on local, because then you'll just be a local
Right,
guy.
right, right,
Obviously
right.
you want to expand and you want to grow and you want to make the business bigger. You know? So you have to do that. Yeah.
And another thing that like what I'm really doing for my product is that you know, I get it into your shop. Say, for instance, I bring it here, right? You sell a couple dozens or whatever, and then what I'm really gonna promote is doing collabs with the shop because everybody wants their own brand, right? You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna have to invest all this money to try to start your own product, knowing I have good product. So what we'll do is, you know, we'll take your name and we'll rebrand the pomade. You can do half matte, half shine, and we'll put your name on it. We'll do a collab with us, and you'll basically have your own brand for your own shop.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like a lot of these big brands, hopefully they don't take my idea right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm collabing with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all make money. Like, if I got something good, like, we can all do it. It's not really about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your shop, let's collab and do your shop. You know what I mean? Like, so now you're in your shop and you're like, look, we got our own brand too. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's gonna know, like, oh dang, this is cool. Like he's about his people, you know what I mean? And I obviously I went to barber school and I knew I started with nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand like what people are looking for, what people want. So I think that's really what I want to promote is, you know, like collabing with actual barbers, actual barbershops, and maybe later down the line, like Suavecito, you know, we'll start doing bigger names. But that's
another
what I really
brands
wanna push.
or whatever.
Yeah. But start small somewhere, you know, we're gonna get there little by little.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
It's like you said, it's all about putting in your time, putting in your work, and you'll slowly see the benefits of where you're going with it, bro. And I mean, like I said, I see we'll put pictures of your van up, dude.
Right.
You could see you're in it, bro. You're trying to fucking, and I see you every day. You're posting. You're fucking. You're showing how you're taking the time to make sure that your commercials are on point. You know that commercial is very well done. If we're able to play a little bit of it, we'll play a little bit of it.
Yeah,
friggin', it's very. You could tell you get behind whatever you're doing, and you put the fact that you want to make it the quality. Whether it's a fucking commercial, whether it's a van, you want to put that behind there. And people are going to see that, and that's what's going to help.
See, and that's what, like, shout out my boy Sammy who made the video. Like, he's really good. Like, we have more content coming, and that's why I feel like if my video gets 20 views, like, but the quality is going to be there. Eventually it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, like, I feel like my social media looks good. Like, and that's what I'm trying to do because I want quality because it's quality products, you know, and I'm probably going to keep saying that because that's what I'm really pushing, you know what I mean? Like, so that's just what I'm going for, like, but thank you, like, and a lot of people, like, dude, that video is badass, and I mean, at night, I'll be in bed, and, like, my head is going crazy, and I'm, like, texting Sam, like, hey, I got an idea, or, you know, in my head, like, I'm, like, just nonstop, like, because I'm just in it now, I'm like, you know what, I got to go all for it, like I said, there's days I wake up, and I'm like, you know, like, I don't know. Because it's rough. Like, it's honestly rough to try to be posting all the time and, you know, get your 10 likes. You know what I'm saying?
It's a full-time job to be a social media
person. I was up 4 hours outside and I got 5 likes.
and then you're thinking like, damn, I got 4 likes. Why are people not liking this shit? It's 2 in the morning. Like, fuck.
Hey, what's fucked up is I have my Instagram, my shop Instagram, and those are 2 of the likes. So I probably got, and I'm like in my own shit. I'm like, let me comment like, you're doing great. Hey, shit, I got a comment.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Keep pushing. Right into myself. But hey, fuck it, you know, it's still a like, you know.
Yeah, you know, and sometimes you have to be your own hype man. You know what I mean? That's just how it is sometimes. Yeah.
I'm like, I like it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's cool. I'm getting a lot of good feedback, and that's really, you know, like, man, it's honestly, it feels good. Like when people are writing to me, like, dude, this shit is fire, and I'm like, I know. Like, I want the world to know. Like, this is fire. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, that's just the motto. Like, we gonna make it. I know we are. That's how I feel.
Fuck yeah, Drew. So, you want to give everybody your Instagram, your social medias, where they could reach you?
Yeah.
You can shout it out, and then we'll put it at the bottom of the description.
Okay, cool.
Too.
The Pomade is original Pomade Co, just all together, and then my Instagram's original Andrew, and if you guys have any questions or you know, car shows, anything, anybody watching, even I'm always about speaking to people too. I like to tell my life story, and I like to let people know that a lot of people go through rough patches in their lives, and a lot of people grow up with not a lot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we're all here trying to get it together. So that's what I'm really, you know, that's what my brand is about. That's what I'm about. So man, any questions or whatever. You guys want to carry my pomade? You guys want me to show up with beer taps? I'm ready. I'm ready.
What do you got as far as where can they, if somebody wants to purchase, where can they purchase? Can they purchase if they DM you on Instagram?
Yeah, they'll DM me right now. I'm working on my website. That's another thing.
Okay.
I'm looking at trying to build my website, and I'm like, oh god,
That's
you know
a
what I
whole
mean?
nother fucking
yeah,
beast,
and I'm still learning, and I'm still learning how to ship without paying the full shipping cost. I said one pomade and it was like almost $10, and I go, hey, I was like, I might not be shipping it right now, you know. But I got some people that are helping me out, so I'm just trying to get all that together. But trying to live raise my family, my shop, and all this is kind of like, all right, let me make time to figure this out. But my website will be up. The website's up, but you can't really buy from there right now. It's originalpomadeco.com. And honestly, I'll probably be on it this weekend to make sure everything is right, because I have teas coming in now that we have 2 products. And
you got merch too. You got some badass shirts.
Yeah, we have some merch, and we did a pop-up not too long, sold out like basically everything. And,
nice.
And the shop sells out like crazy. Like at my shop, it sells like crazy, and like merch. So it's just rough trying to keep all it together, but I'm gonna get it together one day, and I'm gonna do it.
Hey man, that's not a bad problem to have, dude.
Right,
I feel like selling out is not a bad problem to have.
Right.
That's kind of what you want. So they can go to the shop. You want to shout out where the shop's at?
Yeah, Original Barber Lounge, and that's in Torrance, Old Town Torrance, right across the street from the Crest. Like I said, in September we hit 7 years, man. Cheers to that. I want to shout out all my barbers, man. There's 10 of us, and everybody's in there grinding. Everyone's busy, and a lot of people that they've been sticking with me since day one. And without my team, honestly, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And this is not a paid fucking advertisement or anything, but Original Barber Lounge, fucking great people.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking solid people. They're real nice. You get that OG barber banter if you're looking for that. It's a cool spot to get your haircut because they make you feel like you're one of the boys when you go show up. I feel like no matter what chair that I got my haircut in when I was going over there, I feel like you all would bullshit with me and we'd all bullshit together having our debates and shit like you were talking about here. So if you guys ever need a haircut, they could get on the website. You got website
originalbarberlounge.com. Everything's we kind of run off appointments, but appointments are free of charge. Go online, see what time you want, set it up, easy, in and out, like great vibes, and that's how we do it. Whoa,
hit my fucking
he's excited to go. Hey, but you know what? I want to shout out my kids too. I love my kids to death. Ava and Luke. Ever watch this in the future? Like, my dad was cool as fuck.
Hey man, you may not have to be the future because kids are on YouTube.
Yeah. They're gonna watch this later. Like,
is that my dad?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, my dad was cool as fuck. They think I'm me right now, but they're gonna be like, nah, I love my dad.
Usually how it goes, right?
Yeah.
We kind of resent our parents a little bit, but once we get older, we're like, oh man, they weren't actually that bad.
You don't realize why you yelled at me.
She's gonna be on YouTube like, this is my dad. He's so handsome.
I was kind of a douche, You start thinking about it. Fucking A.
Yeah, this is what is this, episode 23, I think? Right?
23, the Jordan one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, cheers to that.
We've been fucking...
Drink your water. It's hot outside.
It sure is, man. Episode 23. What do we got going on coming up next?
Dillinger 818.
Dillinger 818.
He's in
the adult entertainment,
industry?
business
Whoa.
industry.
Yeah.
So
we got
bringing people.
we don't know yet. I still gotta talk to him, but we're gonna have him. Shout out to him. We got, of course, this one.
What?
Well,
Come
Drew's
on,
Drew's
23.
Yeah,
Come on,
23. We got Drew out here.
I'll always come back. You guys want me to talk shit next time? I'll come out here.
We'll set it up. We'll set it up for
We'll
sure.
do you ever ate an MRE before?
No, what is that?
Meal ready to eat from like the military?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting. For you, bro. It's an experience, bro.
I've been working out too, so is it low calories or
not really?
Not really. Not really.
High calorie,
high carbs.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Is that, and then we got the Just Us thing. So we'll be doing some videos off of that, and we'll post it up later and stuff.
Yeah. So.
Cool. Thank you for guys having me, man.
No, man.
Anytime, man.
Out, man.
Like I said, we're all here for each other, man. I support my people support me, and that's what should be about.
Yep.
Hey, Original Pomade, you're gonna hear about it one day or another.
Go get it. If you want some, go get some.
Actually, so September, I'll put this out now. We got the Long Beach Night Market. I'll have my truck out there, and I might talk to you, see if you want to come out to the Long Beach Night Market.
I'm in.
So maybe you'll catch original Pomade there, and Cresty will be out there. So that's what I got. You got anything?
That's pretty much it for now, and catch you guys on the next one. See where this goes.
Cool.
Appreciate it, bro.
Later.
Thanks.